Oh, we're live. Oh my gosh.
We're live. Whoa.
Well, since we're live, open. Get it ready. Gonna need to get through this one. No, it's not that big of a deal. Looks like actually we got cropped a little bit strangely.
Yeah, it's
So,
however YouTube
there
does
we go.
it.
I thought it was a little pointed low.
There we go. We can adjust it.
Yeah.
Give people a minute. I don't know how many people
Cheers.
are even going to watch us today.
Doesn't matter. We're doing this for posterity, for the archives, right? Ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
it's content that we're putting up. YouTube, not necessarily a hangout like our Harry Scary hangout, even though we're on the Harry Scary hangout set, which you can see
Yeah.
behind us here. Which your cell phone gives a whole different perspective because on the webcam we use to oh, there's Bill. Bill says, "Hey,
Hi,
hey,
Bill. Well, we
hi,
have Bill here, so we could
everything's perfect. Then.
so everything's perfect.
Yeah, all right.
This brightens my mood.
All
Oh,
right.
thank you, Jurassic Reptile. Hi
Hey,
from Colorado. Hi, Kevin.
Colorado. What are you doing out there right now? I can imagine. I only have a beer.
So should we introduce ourselves?
And we can start the show. All
I
right.
think we could start it. Yeah.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to another episode of
Living the Scream, the behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout, and our misadventures in reselling.
That's right.
I'm Janet, also known as Janet Decay, the Mummy.
And I'm James, also known as Grimgory the Monkey. All right, and it is Monday, March
11th, 2019. And
Whew.
if you guys are watching this later, feel free to comment and like, share, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a weekly Facebook Live show called The Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout, Friday nights at 10 p.m. And if you missed that, that's also archived as well. You can click on the videos tab to go back and watch it. If you like cheesy B movies and slapstick comedy, you might dig it.
That's right. And as you can see, we switched up a little bit with our background. Usually we're like in our living room, and we kind of still are because the set is in our living room at the moment. Because where it usually is kept, it's a little too cold in that room due to the weather here, the inclement weather outside here in winter 2019 in Cleveland, Ohio. But yeah, so we're on our Mummy and the Monkey. We call it our shared set because we have also two different other sets that we pop around. One is Janet Decay's lair, her with her sarcophagus and couch, and then the other part is Grimgory's Eerie Cemetery, which is a more little like stone type of place with a bunch of my stuff in it. So
Yeah.
someone's saying they
I
got
got
the
my
shirt now.
shirt in the mail. Thank you. You guys have the best business card I've ever seen. Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
John.
Janet designed that. It was based on a photograph taken by No God Photography,
Mm-hmm.
some friends of ours.
So yeah, some friends took that photo of us. So thank you. And John picked up a shirt from us on our eBay store.
And you can too.
And you can too if you're interested. And we are Mummy Monkey LLC. That is the eBay store I run. And you have your own eBay store too.
I do.
Do you want to share your eBay name?
I don't even know what the name is on. I don't know if it's
It's your screen
the
name.
login thing. That's the store.
I think so. They could look you up by your name.
All right. Well, it's a Gasaraki 99. That's GASARAKI Gasaraki, and then the number 99.
And that's from an anime, right?
Yeah, it's a Japanese anime from probably the early 2000s, I believe, or late 90s or 2000s came out. I don't know. I just picked it one time off of a model kit that I bought, Japanese robot model kit, and just used it. And I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but there you go. But anyway.
So we had a great show last Friday night.
Yes.
And we had the set pretty much set up here in the living room because the sunroom is too cold sometimes.
It's not so sunny in the sunroom.
In the winter, the sunroom isn't very sunny.
Right.
But the weather is starting to mellow out, and for the first time in Cleveland, Ohio, in a long time, we heard birds when we woke up this morning.
Yeah, and early just before when the sun went down there.
Mm-hmm. That was a
So-
big deal for us. It's the little things.
Yep.
Oh, Mom texted me.
Yeah, good night, Mom. We
Night,
love you
Mom.
too.
Hulkbuster says, Hulk is here, puny human.
Ooh.
Hello, Hulkbuster. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and we did have a good show. It was a lot of fun. We showed a movie. It was a made-for-TV movie, a little known movie called Don't Go to Sleep.
Don't Go to Sleep. And
was
what year
cool.
was that from?
1982.
1982.
Yeah.
That one was creepy and really weird. It was about a ghost.
Yeah, a little girl who died earlier that year in a car wreck. Their family moved to a new home to start a new life, but then the deceased older sister's ghost comes back to haunt. Actually, team up with her younger sister and pretty much off the family members. It's crazy. It was a crazy movie made for television. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, it even had a sort of a twist ending. It was really good. And we had a special guest star because we had Cleveland, the Wizard World Comic Con was here over the weekend, and we had a special guest star that was at Comic Con that weekend. He had a beard and was from a place with a lot of water. And what else did he have? We gave a lot of clues, so maybe you can try to guess who we had on our show. Remember, he has a beard. He had a
Yes.
trident. Well,
He had a trident.
something. Yeah,
Well, something like a
a
trident.
bident. It looked more like a bident.
Yeah.
He's from a place, a land where there's a lot of water. He's larger than life.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was interesting. He stopped by last half of the show, and we hung out with them.
And people thought we were going to have Aquaman on our show, Jason Momoa, or
No.
Momoa, or Mimosa, however you say his name.
It was close. It was actually
John Kyle says Aquaman.
well, it was close. It was actually Schlockaman. Our buddy Rich, who portrays a character named Schlockmeister, the Schlockmeister.
The Schlockmeister, and this guy's interesting. Rich is cool. He's a theater, like a stage actor. So he has this booming voice and this great presence about him. Whenever he's around, you know he's there. He's got that voice.
He still pursues his acting. He does a lot of stage and things like that. He's like one of those guys that just want to be an entertainer. And he would love to be able to get up in front. He still does. He still entertains people on stage shows and stuff. And on our show, you can check him out. I think he still has a Facebook page. It's the Schlockmeister, and that's spelled SCHL. Right? There's a
I don't remember, but I know he also has.
no. He did no C. It's SHLOCK because I think someone else took that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember, but I know he has a blog site called In the Land of Cleve, short for Cleveland.
Yeah.
And he writes about all the different stage shows and different, plays going on in the Cleveland area, different things you can do in the city.
We're bumping this too much. It's starting to win.
Oop. Yeah, oops. Okay. But yeah, so nice guy. He's a blogger and a stage actor.
Right. Yes, he stopped by, hung out with us, and it was an overall good show. We didn't put any sound effects in this movie because I thought it was just too good. I thought it was actually one of the better movies that we've shown. And sound effects could have done it, but why bother? But don't worry, they're coming in next week's movie, which I think we can announce in another day or two. So
Yeah. And we didn't go to Comic-Con Saturday, but we did go Sunday, and we were helping the Cleveland Ghostbusters. They have a table there set up where they were gathering, they were collecting funds. They had a raffle going on where you had a chance at winning a prize pack if you donated, $1 for a ticket, or they had 6 tickets for $5, and all the money they were collecting was for the Cleveland APL, the Animal Protective League, and for Ronald McDonald House.
right, because he
So
just
they
bought
had-
a home, so he needs money to fix it up.
So it was for helping kids and pets. And I love what they do. They're great people. And for the people that won the prizes, they were going to deliver the prizes in the Ghostbuster car. They have a couple Ghostbuster cars.
Hey, look, it's a Trash Picture Show. Yo, what's up, man?
Hi, Trash Picture Show. Hello, hello. And then on top of that, we had our friends from the Star Trek group, the USS Challenger. They
That was
were
good.
set up too, collecting funds for Harvest for Hunger.
That's right.
So, let's
Oh.
see. You show all the best movies and love your comedy shorts. Oh, thank you, Bill.
Well, if we get this movie that we want to show this Friday, it's going to be a good bad movie. I love the good bad ones.
A good bad movie.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be a fun show too. We do things right. It'll be really fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, So we hung out with the Star Trek people.
Yeah, and then we also helped host a discussion panel with
Oh.
the Cleveland Ghostbusters group. That was on Sunday, and they were discussing different movies that may have inspired the Ghostbusters and ghost hunting in older films. So there was a Disney movie from the 1930s.
What was it animated with the?
It was a
Mickey?
cartoon
Yeah,
with Mickey and Donald.
and Goofy.
And they were They were pretty much Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
In
They had a
the
service that would get rid of ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like from the 1940s, I believe.
Yep. And then there was like a film with Bob Hope in it where he was like trying to stop the ghosts or so. It was from like 1940s era. I'm trying to remember the name of it. We had the guys talking with us. There were a few movies we knew about, but then they were like really spot on with their movie knowledge.
Yeah,
so,
it's real obscure stuff, but yeah, they knew it, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We hung out with them, hosted a discussion panel, and threw our 2 or 3 cents, or maybe half cents in here and there. The little we did know about actual cinema history and all the behinds of it, we just would say, I was just shouting out like Scooby Doo, what about that? And because that kind of was something that was actually before Ghostbusters, the show, and that they were they were mystery.
Well, I think they omitted it because what's that one?
Are we planning to put out more Mummy Monkey DVDs?
Oh, we want to.
Yeah, I gotta wait till that pops up again. It was a long one.
Yeah, we want to put together some more DVDs from our archived shows.
Yeah, we have. So, we even have a show that we've never released yet, and I just have to finish up a couple things on it, and it'll be all ready to go. But we might save that for our Halloween special for this year. I don't know.
Or just maybe make some box sets.
We could do that. We need
do a Mummy Monkey box set of the archives.
That would be cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we still haven't released.
There's still a lot we need to work on. Oh, the cool thing is I did order some more Mummy and Monkey patches, and I ordered it on a thicker fabric, like a denim fabric. They're going to print it on, and they're going to be just like sew on or pin on patches, kind of like punk looking. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the process of getting maybe some new button designs and then some bottle openers.
For our ladies show, if you were Oh, women. I guess it's like women in...
Oh, Catwomen on the Moon? Is that a movie?
Probably, yeah. I mean...
I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, there's a lot of fun, cheesy movies we could still show. I mean,
oh my gosh, yeah.
We've shown a lot, but there's a lot more we could still play.
Yeah, we've kind of just scratched the surface, I think, with that. There's still quite a bit of public domain stuff out there we could screen, so stay tuned, as you would say.
Yeah, so more Mummy Monkey merch. I need to get more t-shirts, but we do have some available in our brick and mortar shop, the Thrift Crypt in Lakewood, and we'll be back there on Wednesday, noon to 6.
Yep, so come check us out there. And what's that located at?
13349 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, Ohio, and then our eBay store my eBay store has the Mummy Monkey t-shirts, some of those put up. Mm-hmm. And I think it goes up to 2X, but then I have some bigger sizes in the brick and mortar shop.
Right.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and Wizard World Comic Con is a huge convention.
Yeah.
Wizard World in general, I mean, any big city you go to, it's a big convention.
It's a big to-do.
And the prices are a little steep. Some of the autographs are steep, in my opinion. But what's nice is, even though there's all that going on, there's all these different fan groups that are doing charity work. So there's a lot of people doing a lot of good.
Right.
And you don't always hear about that at these conventions. So, kudos to those people.
Oh, yeah. They had people across from us, they were dressed as stormtroopers in the authentic type of costumes. They were really nice. And they must have ordered them or something. I don't think they made those. But they looked good, and they were doing, like, hugs for $1, things like that. Did we get sued by Burger King because you used Burger Kong? Yes, we did.
No. Burger Kong.
That's parody, so I think
it's a parody, yeah.
That's protected by the First Amendment. But
yeah, it's a parody.
Yeah, Burger Kong is just obviously. Yeah, so the monkey. So speaking of that, we could talk a little bit about our ideas for the Mummy and the Monkey world. Our ideas, and I still think we're still kind of doing that, is that. Oh, thanks, John.
Thank you.
Is within our world, it's the exact same world that you all inhabit, but things are just a little different. You know what I mean? Like
they're just a little askew.
Yeah, it's like, so it would be like, it's like a different dimension, but not. Like Burger Kong instead of Burger King. Torgo Bell referring to Torgo from Manos: The Hands of Fate.
Instead of a certain taco establishment.
Yeah, anything mummy, monkey, or horror related that we can twist certain stores or products or things like that, we like to do it.
Giant Igor grocery store if you live in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
So we just call it Giant Igor. We go, and again, it's a little, bit of a of a local thing, and you have to be a regional thing. But you know, we usually try to explain everything. And then there's what's Panera?
Oh, Mr. Hero, so Monster Hero.
Yeah, Chipotle. Everyone
Kill
knows
Chipotle burritos.
Yeah, Chipotle is a restaurant that we go to. So yeah, again, to make it more monster-like, the world we live in is a little more monster.
It's that world building of the characters and what they do, and have it kind of blend in with the whole monster,
theme and
the whole monster theme,
genre. Right, so
the horror theme.
Right, and plus we can get away with doing stuff like fake logos and things like that to kind of pull. Again, that helps you pull it in without actually bringing a logo that exists or a name. I mean, that's kind of
right. But yeah, I think we had a good weekend, and then today went by so fast.
Yeah, but yeah, and we were trying to figure out what movie to show, and I think I had an idea for one that's public domain. It should be anyway, and I've been wanting to show. So.
Oh, which one?
I don't know if we can talk. You want to talk about it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we need something to talk about.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant. Now, that's not to be confused with The Thing with Two Heads, starring Rosie Greer and Ray Milland.
Well, that came out a year or two after this one.
Yeah, but when you talk about these movies, most people only know that one. That was the more popular one.
The Incredible Two-Headed Transplants.
Right, and that's starring nobody that you really know except for one person, and that would be Casey Kasem. That says Casey Kasem is in this movie.
He was in a bit
role. Yep, he's a bit role. He's actually one of the main. He's in there, more than just for a few minutes.
Oh, I like Casey Kasem.
That's right. He'll be in this one, popping up at number 1. He's not number 1 in this movie, but he's in this one. In this movie, it's a pretty bizarre movie. I think the same company that made Dimension Pictures or something. They made not Dimension Pictures, but they made that other fiasco, Dracula versus Frankenstein.
Oh, that one's bad.
Not the one that we got in trouble for.
What is that, Assignment Terror, you mean?
Assignment Terror is a different movie.
Oh, so that's different than
That's also known as Dracula. But there's
Okay.
another movie called Dracula versus Frankenstein. Made with, you've seen that movie before. It's the one with the big smashed-faced Frankenstein. It looks like a cake that fell that went flat in the oven.
Like someone made his face out of Play-Doh. Would Stasha from the Old Country characters ever host a movie? Oh, we've talked about that actually. That's a great question.
That almost happened 2 weeks ago.
Happened when we took that Friday off. We were considering maybe having Stasha and Yashu host it instead.
Yep.
But I think that would be more work than our characters hosting a show because
look out,
Stasha doesn't talk.
but yeah, so there'd be some challenges there, but
Yeah, so I don't know how we would do that with Stasha not talking.
But I think sometime in April, there's a date in April that's pretty open that we might do something Stasha and Yashu oriented on the show.
Well,
that's more than just a skit. We'll see.
April 22nd is Dingus Day, and Stasha and Yashu will be going to Dingus Day, Cleveland.
What day is that? What day is it on?
It's the day after Easter. It's a Monday.
Okay, Monday.
It's in the Gordon Square district.
Don't drop the idea. I think it's got to happen. It could be that following, or that either the following or the one before, or the Friday before Dingus Day. I'm thinking. So I'm just alluding to it without saying it, but.
Yeah, I mean, we could maybe. We'll see.
I think it would be funny.
We'll have to figure it out. But we will get more video of them for sure.
Oh yeah.
At least,
Plenty of new skits coming with her.
I just bought Janet Decay's autograph photo.
Someone just bought something from you.
Can you both sign it, please?
Where's your phone?
My phone is there.
Duh. That's right.
I'll have to check the
Yeah,
we're
using her phone to broadcast right now, so.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, what I could do instead of just the Janet Decay photo, I could send one of both of us in a photo together.
However you want to do it, I mean, if they ordered that one, we can both sign it.
Okay.
They should get the one that they want.
Well, I need to reprint those.
It just says yes, please.
He says yes, please. Okay.
Yes, please. What, please? Which one?
To the one of both of us.
One of both of us, or do you want to keep the Janet one? Oh, we're completing an order here on live. I like this. It's like Home Shopping Club.
Home Shopping Network. Yeah. That would be funny to do a YouTube
the photo of both. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'll send a photo of both of us. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you, John. That's awesome.
You got it, man.
Thank you.
You got it. But so fun stuff. We appreciate that. Thank you. It helps keep everything moving here because it's really only we're doing all this ourselves.
Is that the Killer
Fishman
public domain? Oh, I'm not sure.
What?
Killer Fishman? Is that a movie?
It's the Blood Waters of Dr. Z. I know what they're talking about. I think that is a really bad movie.
Is it? I've never seen that one.
I just watched it the other day. I watch a ton of these movies that Mystery Science Theater or Riff Tracks or Cinematic Titanic have riffed on and made fun of. And yeah, that movie Zat is also known as The Blood Waters of Dr. Z.
Oh,
And it
okay.
is about a guy who turns himself into like a fish man. It's like Creature from the Black Lagoon, except they paid $25 to make the movie. It's really bad. The guy's really it's a really weird movie. It would be great. Yeah, it is shite great. You are right,
That's funny.
and I don't think YouTube will ding me for saying shite because that's more of a British slang than it is an American.
Well, I think he said he was from Ireland.
Oh, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
but it's that word is used in both,
Mhm.
or Irish.
Good
slang.
bad movie. Oh yeah, it's fun. Well,
Yeah.
those movies are fun. That one I haven't seen, and I am a fan of like Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks. I just haven't seen like every episode.
Oh, what about dogs making fun of rough tracks? Ruff, ruff. It only makes sense to dogs.
Wow, wow.
It's right up there with my other.
Bad jokes.
Yeah, well,
All right.
let's hear some of your jokes.
I can't think of any right
That's
now.
what I thought. Anyway,
Anyways.
rough tracks.
Well-
It's like the Christmas LPs that they put, or the albums they put out. Dogs barking the Christmas carols. The same idea. It would be movies for dogs, and they're roughed on.
Well, don't they have YouTube
Right
videos for cats to watch? So
Right.
they probably have videos
So what's wrong
for
with
dogs to watch.
rough tracks? Ruff.
Okay.
I think. that's
Anyways.
funny. There's something to that.
Anyways.
You heard it here first.
Anyways.
That'd be something I could put together for a bit on our show. And Grim can say, "Hey, I found this channel of rough trade."
Okay.
If anybody will get it. But anyway, yeah, we gotta fill time up here. So sorry, everyone.
No, I forgot what I was, because we're almost at the half-hour mark.
Oh my gosh,
Almost. So we could go into the reselling part of it.
that idea is in the doghouse.
Ah, that's a
That's
good
all right.
one.
That's all right. Well, that doghouse is full because I got a ton of ideas like that in there.
PU. Howdy, SeaTac. Howdy-ho. I love it when people say howdy. I think it's fun.
Howdy, doody.
We don't hear that much in Ohio. We're just like, hi,
Sup?
hi, sup.
Hey.
And he says, howdy.
Yeah. So, Mummy the Monkey Show is going, strong, baby, strong. And speaking of all this kind of stuff, it was a thrill walking around Wizard World Comic Con
Oh,
because
people were recognizing us there.
well, and okay,
So that was a good feeling.
yeah, and that was interesting. People were, oh my god, or we're like, hey, we're still in that stage of like, hey, yeah, let's, we're caught off guard a lot. And one weird thing happened, and I'm not really sure what that was all about today. We were driving, down the street, going minding our own business,
Running errands,
running
yeah.
errands, and some fella was walking his dog, coming, on the sidewalk as we're driving this way. He's coming this way, and we're not speeding because the neighborhood's like a 25-mile-an-hour zone. So we're just driving, and the guy looks up, looks at us through the window, and he kind of waves,
And he's like waving
like he
at
knows
us,
who
like
we are.
He knows, and maybe he doesn't. We just didn't recognize him right away.
Sure, maybe because you look like you. I mean, so
They see the hair and they know it's.
Well,
yeah.
so you put a contact in, it's some makeup, but you
They're
can
like,
still
hey,
tell.
I know them. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think, and if someone's a fan, they have probably went to our pages and individual
Mm-hmm.
pages, so they know kind of who we are. Maybe even a neighborhood thing, and who knows that we were in that Cam's Corner magazine too,
Oh, that's true.
so people could have looked us up.
Yeah,
there.
there's a local magazine called Cam's Corners in Cleveland, and yeah,
We were
they
featured
they
there.
did a nice little shout out, a little write up about us.
And so if we
and what
drive,
do.
we drive in the Cam's Corner area,
Yeah.
people might recognize us because we were in their magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Anyways, so yeah, we could get into the I teased it a little bit. There is a movie announcement in the next couple weeks. Oh, what's that?
oh, where they're from.
Everybody waves at each other. Yeah, we don't get that.
Well, I mean,
Well. Where did rats, bats,
Oh.
and cats come from?
I just made it up. One
Oh,
day.
we just made it up. Rats, bats. Oh, rats, bats, and black
cat.
cats.
I just wrote that when we would write scripts and stuff out before we started doing the Harry Scary Hangout, we would write everything out and do scripts, and that just popped into my head one day. Like, what would she say as sort of a, you know, an exclamation like,
I
you
thought
know,
we
oh
both kind of
darn.
made that up together.
Rats, bats, black cat.
Oh, rats, bats, and black cats.
I
don't remember exactly.
I do remember.
You did write a lot of the script.
I
but
fully
then-
remember because I wrote it out and you thought it was cute.
Oh, okay.
You were like, oh, that's pretty cute. I'm like, yeah, this kind
Okay.
It kind of just
So
came
maybe
out
you
of my
did-
head.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, rats, bats, and black
Rats,
cats.
bats, and black cats. And we want to. That would make a good song.
I know that's another idea.
Coin it before it's stolen.
Well, it's out there. I mean, it's,
all the words are there for anyone to put together, but
rats, bats, and black cats. Yeah, it's actually a song I'd like for us to come up with. We were thinking about doing a novelty record with a band that we know, or if I can figure out how to program some of the music and play. I play guitar a little bit and that whatnot, but
which is easier, live or
I like
script?
these questions. Ooh, this is good.
You know what? In my opinion, live, the scripted stuff was fun, but it took a long time to put it together, and there wasn't a sense of urgency. We were just kind of filming and editing whenever we had a free evening.
Because you have too much when you do that. When we were doing the editing, since we didn't have a deadline, like you said,
Yeah.
we were doing it get it done, and we would upload it to YouTube or cut a DVD and send it to different public access stations and things like that. So we weren't on a schedule. People and there was no one paying us, and no one saying we need a new show every Friday or every Saturday, or every 3 weeks. It was just we would just do them when we could do them. I was working
at the time. We were both working full time.
Yeah,
and sometimes overtime.
Day job type things. I mean, we work full time kind of now too.
We were more on another
morons. We were morons.
That too. But we were on other people's schedules. You know, we had bosses to answer to.
Which I still do everything off hours. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, I might have it on Friday where I can just work on the show all day. But
so yeah, one episode would take like 2 months, 3 months to put together.
We put together an episode in a week, and then sometimes in 3 months. I mean, it was just insane.
With the live show, it gives us a sense of urgency.
Oh boy,
we always have a deadline of Friday at 10 p.m.
We have a show to do, and people are waiting for the show.
and now there's people that look forward to it. They send us messages,
which we love,
and we love it. And it's fun to hang out with everyone and play a cheesy B movie.
Oh, it's the best. I mean, I have not had this much fun on Friday nights. I mean, since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I lived for Friday night. I even made I have to find that T-shirt I made as a kid.
Oh, you should.
That said, I love Fridays. I drew like all kinds of stuff that I like Dukes of Hazzard, like General Lee and Pac-Man. Because I mean, I grew up in the early '80s. I was a young man then, a young kid. So that all the stuff that I like, big pictures of Big Chuck and Little John, stuff like that. And so I was really that into it. I loved Friday nights, lived for them. And then
oh, thank you.
And then later on in my life, it turned into going out to the clubs and stuff like that, right? Having fun, going to you find me in the club, bottle full of bub. And then after that, it was just Friday nights. I mean, we have fun hanging out and we do whatever we want to do, but.
You guys make Friday night fun for us too. Oh, thank you. Trash Picture Show says, I always love kicking
with the can of cider
up with,
and crisps watching guys. So
cider and crisps.
Oh, that sounds nice. Crisps.
Ooh,
yeah.
Crisps.
Chips. Yeah.
Oh, chips.
As we say here, chips. But
chips. Yeah.
Over there, it's crisps. So maybe we'll have to, in your honor, maybe we'll grab some cider and crisps and
some hard cider sounds good.
Yeah, sounds nice. But that's perfect. I mean, that's exactly what we're trying to emulate here is to recreate. And on a level that's not just local, because we love the local thing. 80s.
Covering. Plan to get the DVD documentary covering the 80s
darkness.
era?
Ooh. We're going to have to go back and read all these and take notes.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys ever meet Elvira? Yes, we did at Horror Hound Weekend in Cincinnati, Ohio a few years ago.
We met her.
She is coming back this time around, but unfortunately we won't be making it to Horror Hound.
Nope.
But we did meet and put a video together, and it's on this YouTube channel that you're watching us on now. If you want to see a video of Sam Irvin, he directed Elvira's Haunted Hills. Really nice guy, really down to earth.
A true gentleman in every aspect. This guy was so cool. Here's how that happened. This was
and we got to interview him.
So when we were down at Monster Bash the first time we were there 2 years ago, and we were just digging it. And we were walking outside going back to our hotel, and we're chatting with someone else about horror hosting or something.
Or we were talking to Bone Jangler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bone Jangler.
This fella just overheard us talking. He could have just kept going his merry way because why talk to us? I mean, who are we? we were still in our Mummy and Monkey thing, and he asked us, he goes, "You guys are interested in horror hosts?" And we're like, "Yeah, we are. Trying to do this. I mean, we're interested so much that we'd start our own show." He goes, "Well, I pretty much worked with probably one of the biggest horror hosts in the world." We're like, "Really? Who are you?" Like, because I mean, how many directors besides Lucas and Spielberg, or Tarantino, do anybody like recognize? Not many, So he just sort of unabashedly just told us who he was, which was very cool in a very humble way. And once he said that, we're like,
Yeah. It was like, we're not worthy.
Please. I was like, oh my gosh,
It's like a Wayne's World moment.
Did not care that the guy, and we were like, thank you for letting us know, because, I mean, how would we know?
And then the next day we interviewed him, and he was really nice. And
we're friends on Facebook.
And when we had our short TV contract for KOFY TV, he gave us permission to air that interview on Coffee TV in San Francisco.
Is gracious. He's just a very nice guy in general. He's still active doing films. He just completed a film. I think it was a made-for-TV film, matter of fact.
Yeah, he directs like made-for-TV cable movies. So he's involved with a lot of TV stuff now.
Yeah, and he still talks to Cassandra Peterson. They're still friends. She hired, and you can see in our interview he tells the whole story. But basically, they met at a party or something, and she asked him about. She saw something he did, and asked if he knew anything about horror movies, and he recited a soliloquy from the Pit and the Pendulum, Vincent Price monologue, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I guess you do like horror." And then about a couple years later, she calls him out of the blue and goes, "Remember we talked at the party? You're hired. I want you to direct my movie." And he's like, "Okay." Haunted Hills. So it was pretty wild.
So yeah, so that was the closest. We had a photo with her. She was in the middle, and all of the horror hosts attending Horror Hound Weekend, they all got a picture with we were all posed with her.
So Mr. Was that Multo? I can't read.
Getting harder with all the copyright stuff, someone said.
You want to take this one?
So this is the thing.
Yes and no.
Yes and no, because if you do your homework and find movies in the public domain, you're good. But you cannot really put movies on YouTube because there's so many other YouTubers that think they own public domain movies. And why do they think they own public domain movies? Because they want to monetize everything. And I get it. They want to get paid for putting together a show. But those movies, other YouTubers do not own if it's a public domain film.
Right.
So.
And there are the other companies out there just grabbing little hunks of these films, like saying we own this music in the background of this public domain movie. The movie's public domain, but this music isn't. But then you have to prove it all. It's a whole thing. They'll grab onto it, hoping that you don't say anything, and just push the button that says "Let us monetize" off of it.
Right, and then you get that. There's people from overseas that claim to own a movie if you upload it to YouTube. So that's why we do not play movies on YouTube. It's just too glitchy. It's hard to defend yourself on here if you do have public domain material. What was that comment?
There was a whole thing about how we remind someone of a SNL skit that was done. That's cool. It was hard. It's hard to read. And just so you know out there, right now we have the settings on the phone that we're recording on, or we're broadcasting on, not to keep the comments up. They kind of come on and disappear. So we're sorry if we can't read all the questions that quick.
But we could go back and check the comments.
And we have to go on Hooked on Phonics tonight and learn how to read better. Speed reading class or something we might need to take.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. I mean, whatever. Yeah, that's awesome. I guess there was some dubbed like skit that they did of a horror host that was dubbed. I have to go back and look and see what that was. I'd be interested and see if I could look it up and find it myself. I'd love to see this.
That'd be interesting.
One I'm not familiar with, and I watched SNL growing up in the 80s, 70s, 80s.
I don't know. All right. So, yeah, there is a movie announcement in a few weeks, but I will be starring in another horror film.
Oh.
I will be traveling this summer to shoot on location.
What? What am I going to do?
And you're coming with me. Oh. You're going to work behind the scenes.
Hey.
You're going to be the gopher.
I can play it. Oh, not that kind of girl.
But I can't say anything other than that. But I'm really excited about it, and I'm just looking forward to more info. And I'm gonna have to. Oh, it's gonna be cool.
A bloody good time.
It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if the Mummy and the Monkey do end up taking a break this summer for
That'll be why.
maybe 2 or 3 weeks. That will be why, because we'll be on location doing a shoot.
Oh, really? Ugh. On location.
Not to sound like that guy, like, oh, I'll be on location.
I'm sorry, darlings. I'll be on location.
Thank
Is
you.
it directed by John Carpenter?
No.
Richard
But
Plummer.
I can't say who or what just yet, but it is going to be good.
She's going to be the new Colonel on the KFC commercials.
Why would I be the Colonel?
Hi, everybody.
I don't even like fried chicken.
Grim would be a good. Maybe we should make fun of that. That could be a skit.
Maybe Grim could be the Colonel.
The new Colonel. Someone will be in there. Oh,
I'll be in my trailer.
I'll be in my trailer. Did you get my? Yeah. What is that? Did you get my rider? The rider's what you give that has your list of demands. No brown M&Ms in the.
Don't forget about us little people. Oh no, I could never forget about
Never.
our fans and friends.
And you're not little people.
And you're not little people.
I've been in the bathroom with some of you sometimes, and you're not little people.
Jeez.
I've been in the stall next to some of you.
Yes, they were quite tall.
They're not little people. No, I'm just kidding. See, you laughed at that joke. See, you just gotta keep throwing, as you would say, spaghetti against the wall, see what sticks.
Anyway, so switching gears, let's go into the reselling mode.
Woo! Whoa!
So some YouTubers just stick to one subject. They'll only talk about reselling or only talk about horror movies. We like to change it up and just talk about all the stuff we're interested in.
It's almost like the first incarnation of the Mummy the Monkey Show. Remember that? It's two.
Oh, it's
Because
two shows in one.
That's right. There you go.
All right, so
we brought that back. That's right. Because our first Mummy the Monkey shows, they were like two shows in one, because the first it would start off with us, right?
Yeah, we would do an intro and
On
then
our shared set, yeah.
on the shared set, and then I
You would
had a
do-
little segment called Janet Decay's Rotten Reels,
Mm-hmm.
and then Grim Gory had his Eerie Cinematary.
Right, and they would cut to me into my little layer, and I would present the movie for the night. And it would just be hosted by me, and then we'd meet back on our shared set and end the show. Well, that it was just, I don't know what we were thinking, but we were just trying to do something different. I don't know. But now I think we figured it out. I think we found the different thing. The differentiation in our show is that it's a live, interactive, streaming, horror hosted show.
Yeah.
Which, as far as we know, no one's really doing. So.
And that way we don't have to write a script. It's less editing.
I loved writing,
And-
though, by the way.
Well, writing is fun, but
Loved
I
it.
think the interaction is the most fun, and that it's live, it's in real time.
That beats it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that. I mean, you can't. I mean, that stuff. I love that spontaneity and people asking questions and hanging out with us and enjoying themselves. That we know they are.
So
Okay.
sales were a little lean last week. Over the weekend it picked up, and last night I packed up 10 orders.
You thought your eBay was broken. You said.
I thought eBay was broken.
Your eBay.
I thought my eBay was broken. I was sad.
The stuff was popping for me.
But
As far as some sales, some big
but
ones.
Saturday and Sunday I was starting to sell some things, so that went well.
Yeah. What'd you sell?
I sold the Michael Myers bobblehead for $70. The one I showed, I think I showed it in one of our other podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
but it was about yay tall and it was made by
Yeah.
NECA.
Which
And
one?
it was like made out of a hard resin. Some of those horror movie bobbleheads, like the monsters, are hard to find.
And everyone that you put up sold. I mean, it was like
Mhm.
boom, 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 boom.
I had
Jeepers Creepers.
I had Jeepers Creepers, the creeper. He went for like 135. That was
Wow.
like a month or two ago.
Jeez.
And then I had who else? The clown guy. The what's that actor's name?
Oh,
House of a Thousand Corpses.
yeah, it's Captain
Captain
Spaulding.
Spaulding. Yeah, I had a bobblehead of him, and he sold for like, I think he went for like $70 too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Monster Squad too. That would be cool if they did those. You never know. I mean, that's still a very. I just saw a Monster Squad T-shirt somebody posted up on Instagram that was just new. So that people still, pay homage and tribute to that. That's a pretty popular movie still. It's an '87 movie.
Oh yeah.
So what else did you sell?
And some shoes and some shorts and a silver
Clothing.
ring. Yeah, a little bit of clothing.
Some jewelry.
A little bit of jewelry. I sold a 1960s Catholic Sunday Missal. It was a religious book. I sold it for like $11. So a lot of smalls and a few like higher dollar, nicer things. So I think for my weekend total, I don't know an exact number, but if I had to guess, maybe like around 500. but I don't really go over exact numbers.
You sold a missile?
A Sunday missile?
Yeah, so if you have a missile in your pants, would that be anything like a rocket in your pocket?
I don't know if you should be putting books down your pants.
All right. Anyway, just wanted to. I get confused.
Oh, jeez. And
That's
then,
cool.
because there's something wrong with us, we went out thrifting again today when
Well,
we
can
were.
I say what I sold real quick?
Yeah, you share. I'm
It's all
sorry.
I sold a couple fun things. I wish I had them here to show you, but we're doing it live. I can't superimpose it, but I sold it, and I knew it was going to sell, but relatively quickly. But it was probably about a 13-inch plaster. Was it
Like a statue?
yeah, I say ceramic, but it was a plaster, painted plaster, glazed statue of a pumpkin, of a jack-o'-lantern with a woman's body. Like a whole, it was called a Mrs. Pumpkinhead. It was from 1973. It had a couple of chips in it.
Oh, she was cool. I think you showed her off
Yeah.
in one of our other podcast videos.
Yeah, it had, yeah. And it had that one sold. It had a hole in the back so you can put a light, an electric light in the back of it. And it sold. I mean, I think I sold it for like 70-some bucks. It was awesome. And
Some of that Halloween stuff is collectible,
it's
and
just
like
a no-brainer.
the vintage blow molds, but also some of the ceramics too.
Mhm. And what else I saw? A cool toy, a retro toy from the 70s, a weird little statue of a winged woman in bondage and lingerie. I don't know what that. And
That was more like a goth kind of statue. It was weird.
yeah, but somebody bought it. It was up there forever, and I don't know why. I guess nobody really knew about what this thing was, but it was a little resin statue and something else, nothing that big. Oh, it's a bag of a bunch of plastic flowers that I found for like nothing.
Where do you guys like to source? We
Ooh.
really go all over.
Where don't we like to source?
So ideally, when it's nice weather, we like to go to the outdoor markets. We like to go to yard sales and estate sales and local people selling stuff, because I think that's where we get the better deals. But we like to visit our local shops, our local thrift shops, or charity shops,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. And some days they do half off days, or they'll have half off certain colored tags.
Like today.
Or sometimes they'll put out like a 50% off coupon.
Like today, you got it. You wanted to go to Sabers.
And Savers, it's a love-hate thing, because
You went on half off day. You wanted to go,
well, only because when we went out,
but not only on half off day, halfway through half off day, when it was kind of a madhouse and everything was just
when
picked over.
everything was half picked over.
But we still found some treasures, I think.
I think so. You found one really cool thing.
And so did you.
Yeah, I kind of did.
That's cool.
Uh,
Well, we'll talk about so let's quit talking. Let's get to showing, right?
Okay.
All right.
So I found this. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic. This is a 1950s, made in Japan,
That is sweet.
ceramic tiki,
Is it ceramic or wood?
or not ceramic. I think that is wood. I think you're right.
Oh, that's wood.
So
You're holding wood.
I am. Check out my wood,
You're
guys.
sporting wood right there.
This is a table lighter, a tiki table lighter. This pops off to put like the fluid in or whatever. It looks like it was never used.
It's sweet.
But he's cool.
Is it really heavy? It looks like it
No,
might be
it's not
heavy.
that heavy.
No, it is really sharp. Look at that thing, guys. Tiki leaky. Tiki licious.
This is a whole bag of goodies.
Yeah, it is cool, John. We like.
I paid $2.50
Oh, this is my favorite. When
for
you
this one bag.
So at Savers,
I love the little bag of the bags.
they get
of
so much
smalls.
crap in. Thank God they don't. Yeah, it's a tiki table torch.
Yeah, they get in so many things. They just kind of put a bunch of small crap in one little
and there's
bag.
a wall of
And they have a
crap.
wall of bagged crap.
Some of it's too heavy for the bag.
This is a little wooden
Milo.
cat. Isn't that cute?
That's really neat.
Like some folk art thing.
Yeah.
What else? Ooh, look, check out this shot glass.
That was why you bought
Prescription
it.
shot. Take one by mouth, repeat until intoxicated, as many as you like. So it's a prescription shot glass. It's supposed to look like a prescription bottle.
That orange is perfectly like it looks
Isn't
like
that funny?
translucent, like a bottle. That's
yeah,
pretty
it
neat.
looks like an orange medicine bottle.
It's pretty sharp. I like that. That is pretty cool.
What else is in this bag of crap?
I don't know. Who's Clark? What's it say?
Cleat? Who's Cleat?
Someone's name?
Someone's little, I don't know.
Cleet Torres.
And then I don't know what this little
I
guy
know who
is.
that is.
Who is that?
That's Coca Pelli.
Who's that?
He's like a southwestern. It's an Indian good luck guy or something like that.
So it's like a little good luck charm.
Yeah,
But that was in the bag of crap.
Kokopelli.
And a froggy.
Hey, it's a Cleats drink glass, man.
It's a froggy.
Yeah. Now you only paid $20 for that bag, right?
$2.50. John says I want that shot glass.
Kachina. Isn't it the best thing I've ever seen? What will they think of next?
This bag of crap was also $2.50, just about.
Because everything was half off, like we mentioned.
Yeah, because it was priced at $4.99.
See, we had an ice cream scooper. You'd be
A
surprised.
vintage ice cream scoop.
Those are good. We had the exact same thing as a kid. I think my mom still has it. And we bought ice cream scoops last couple of years, and every one of them break.
What is this? This looks like a scary medical device.
You know what that is?
Or is that to open a wine
It's a
bottle?
corkscrew, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, a vintage corkscrew.
That's if you get constipated, you use that to get the turd out.
Oh God!
Yeah, you didn't know that? You see that goes in there. You know where this goes, right?
Oh,
And then it pulls it right out of you.
No, don't try that at home.
And if that doesn't work, then you use this thing. You get in there with it.
Don't try that at home, kids.
This is actually an IUD. It's an old birth
Oh my God!
control device. They kind of look like that.
No.
There's another one.
There's another one?
For smaller people.
Oh my gosh!
No one's saying. I think everyone's shocked.
I think you scared everyone.
Maybe.
Or they're laughing too hard. What is that thing?
Circumcision tool.
Okay. All right.
Memorials use it. Now that's why. This is why she bought
Starbucks. Yeah, I bought this. That's whenever I open a bottle of wine, I will think of that. This says 2004 Starbucks Coffee Company. This is a Starbucks coffee scoop, I guess. You know, to scoop up your coffee. But it's a nice heavy metal.
Someone said they were watching us and they almost missed some nudity on Altered Carbon. They must be watching two different things.
Oh, jeez.
You don't miss that nudity.
Complimentary, not to be sold. And this says,
what?
Drink Verner's.
Oh, ginger ale?
A Verner's ginger ale bottle opener. So that's cool. I
don't even. That's really cool.
Why
and
do you
like
want to
brand
keep
new.
that one?
Well, no. If you can sell it, if it's worth anything, definitely
It
sell
might
it.
be worth like $5 or $10.
Yeah, 2004. This is good. This
That
is good
Starbucks
brand.
thing might be $10. I don't know.
People like their Starbucks stuff.
My fiance asked if you have ever had to deal with what?
I don't know.
darn.
Somebody write something so it pops up again.
Yeah, just send a happy face
Somebody,
so the chat
send an
will show
emoji
up.
or just say hi real quick so we can read the chat real quick. Somebody, please.
Please.
Just say hi. Someone say hi randomly.
There you go.
Someone type in hi. There we go.
There we go. Thank you.
If you ever.
Asked
Oh my
if-
gosh. Too many. Oh, dang it. Damn. Well, it was almost worked.
It's okay.
Now we got a lot of highs and it.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
It took off the comment. But,
These are-
or please ask that question again about. I don't even know who asked the question, but someone started asking a question about me and my fiance wondered if you.
Something with the eBay buyers. I think
Oh.
that's what the question was.
Well, please try to.
Here's the next item. These are Michael Kors ladies' shoes.
Yeah.
They had them at $10.99. I paid, half that, and I'm hoping maybe like $25-$30.
Deal with the dishonest buyers and how you handle it. Oh boy.
Oh, dishonest buyers. Okay, so you had a dishonest buyer experience.
We did.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Okay, so dishonest buyer. We always use tracking, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
please.
always track it. We
Everything's through
print our
eBay.
labels, off of the computer.
Dishonest. Okay. So one of the more. Okay, this is there's something going on right now that I'm dealing with, where someone sent me an offer on something. All of my items on eBay have buyer pay shipping. I don't do free shipping. Because if it goes somewhere real far, even to another country, it's not through the global shipping program, whatever. What are you selling something for $3,000? You don't pay, $300 to ship it? Then maybe. But if it's a $10 item, I'm not going to spend $20 to ship a $10. I mean, it makes no sense.
Right. You don't want to just give money away.
No. So anyway, long story short, someone sent me an offer on something for like $20, and I said yes. I didn't even look to see what the offer was. Maybe I should have really quick. But then they right away send me, because they try to pay for it and their shipping set up and I can't edit it once it's, the listing is there. It's there. You can't edit it. They're hitting me up going, why don't you change the listing so you lower the price, and so when I pay the $20, it's all done. I said, I told them I can't do that. And now they're starting to, do this like, you can't. Here's the thing, though. Maybe I would have done something, but when you go to check this person's profile, it's all private. Their feedback is private. I don't even know if you can do that.
Yeah, and that's weird
all
because
blocked.
that's the first I've ever seen someone have private
So,
feedback and a private profile.
I'm not getting a good vibe off of this human being, but a couple of months ago, I had somebody buy a little glass perfume bottle from me. It was vintage Czechoslovakian, made in Czechoslovakia. It was like a little glass rod that that you applied the thing. It was like, and it had, but around it was glass bottle, but around it had this ornate metal
Like
work.
metal filigree?
Filigree, yeah,
Filigree.
and little gems, like fake gemstones in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I take lots of pictures of stuff, and the quality of stuff. Now you can totally zoom in if you know what you're doing on your smartphone or your computer.
Yeah,
You can zoom in on
most modern
photos.
phones can take decent enough photos where you could see.
So in a nutshell, so a month later after this thing sells, the guy hits me up and goes, the thing you sold me was broken. It's nothing like what the picture showed. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, go to the pictures and and look real close, zoom in on them. Then he goes, well, the thing's broken. This is a month, almost a month after they bought it. A broken thing that they got. Did they not open it till a month later? I don't know.
And most people that buy things will open their item as
And it
soon as
wasn't
they
cheap.
get it.
It was like a $40 thing. So why wouldn't you open it right away? And so it got to the point where the guy was real. And I said, okay, fine. Send me a photograph of the broken thing you're talking about. Would not send me any photographs. I incessantly emailed them, back and forth through eBay to please prove this. They wouldn't do it. It got to the point where I got a hold of eBay, and they settled on both of us. I got my money back, he got his money, whatever, and he's good and I'm good, which I was surprised because sometimes they usually just default to the buyer, and it's like you're screwed. You have to eat that thing.
Then you're out that money.
You have to eat it. But no, I was like, look, I was totally on the up and up with this thing, and it's just really suspicious that why they're asking me for everything. Why can't they send me a photograph of this thing that's broken? And they wouldn't do it. So I think, and when you can do things like that, I think that's what eBay goes, oh, okay, maybe this person, is, and I keep telling them, you don't want this guy to scam you either, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, you waited 3 weeks and then you file a return.
It's a little
Because we
odd.
have a 30-day return policy, and most of the returns that I get, because I sell some clothing too, most of the time, like, it's, hey,
Yeah,
these
clothing's
jeans
tough.
don't fit right, or I don't like how these shoes fit.
Lofty Moose,
Hi,
hello.
Lofty Moose. So, it's not a big deal. Okay, send the item back. I check it out as long as everything looks okay. They didn't rip it up. They didn't stain it up. Then I give them their money back.
And there's some people that'll do a thing, well, hey, I bought this thing, but I want you to ship it to another address. You can't do that.
No. I tell people that I only ship to the address that they have on file with eBay.
And I listen to you on that.
Because it has to be tracked to show that it's delivered. And if you send it to a different address, that tracking isn't going to be correct. And then that person can then go back and tell eBay, I didn't get my item.
Yeah, I mean, because there's no way, right? And that's the good thing about the way eBay's set up now too, is that if you try to type in a different address, let's say it'll say this or another one. If you do that, it'll give you a warning. It'll say,
Hi, Thrift Raider.
"Hey, Thrift Raider."
You're fashionably late. You're fine.
That's all right. You didn't miss. I haven't showed my stuff yet. So eBay will warn you. Goes, hey, look, if you put another address that's not on file with us for this buyer, it's your butt. We can't cover you. So
yeah, we always ship it to the address they have on file with eBay. And I've had customers say, oh, can you send it to another address? And I say, that's fine, but you have to change it with eBay before I would ship it.
So I'm taking notes. I can be a top-notch scammer. Perfect. Perfect. Hey, you know what? It is. It's like the Joker and Batman, right? You need to both.
Yeah.
You're not anything without me. You created me.
There's a super villain in the works there.
Yeah, it's Mr. Glass over there.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
other items.
Yeah.
They had a lot of vintage bags. This was half off of $3.99, so it was like $2. And the brand is Mardone, made in the USA. And if you look, it has a little built-in mirror.
Flip it up. Look at
And
that.
it flips up.
Can you see yourself?
Hello.
Put that away.
You should be able to see yourself. And it has a little chain.
Oh.
It's like a lady's leather
It's
purse from
gorgeous.
the 50s or 60s. Beautiful, darling.
I have another story I'd like to tell real quick too.
Sure.
Well, remember that I was selling a vint. Okay, so I found an old baseball cap. I think it was the Chicago Cubs. Doesn't even matter. Put it up online on eBay. Sold it. Someone in England bought it. So sent it off to Merrill, England. It was listed as a vintage baseball cap. Okay, NBA or
And vintage means 20 years or older, according
Yeah.
to Etsy
Right.
and other websites.
Right, this definitely was an MLB, old, cap. Went over there, and there was a lot of weird questions before it came over there, like where's my thing, where's the tracking number, and they didn't even know how to look up their own tracking. It was weird. So anyway, and this thing was only like, I think I sold it to them for like $15. It wasn't even a big thing. So they get it, and about a week later, I get a message. I want a return request. Okay, great.
Now she calls. I'll have to call her back later.
It sounded like Oprah was coming on. I don't know what that's.
I need to change my ringtone.
So I get a return request. I look at it. There's this damn hat. They said, well, I tried to. It has a snapback, right? The plastic snapback. It said, well, I tried to adjust it, and the snap things broke off, and I think it was due to age, and you didn't list that in your listing. I didn't list that it was. Okay, so I called eBay. I said, this person wants their money back, or a partial refund, whatever. But it says my listing is it says vintage, and even the person that was on the other line, the eBay person, said it with me. They go, oh yeah, we see. You did point it out. You didn't. There was no deception on my part. It was a vintage. So yeah, vintage means it's old, and it could be. It's not brand new. So you have to be. It might be a little delicate. Might be brittle. Anything.
In the description for vintage things, I usually put, see photos for condition.
Right.
In vintage used condition.
It's Shaggy's Casey Kasem. Yeah, you didn't know that? Like Scoob. Oh, yeah, that's Shaggy. He did the voice for a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff back in the day. And one of the other things, he did the voice for Mark in Battle of the Planets, that the Japanimation show that was out, it was called Ninja Science Team, Gatchaman. When they brought it over to the States in the late '70s, Casey Kasem did the voice for Mark, and it was also known as some like Eagle Riders or something like that. It had different incarnations around the United States in different areas for some reason. But when I saw it, was called Battle of the Planets. Anyway, back to this. Boo.
The next item is
Get a few drinks in me and boom.
Another vintage bag. It has this leather kind of thing with this hardware.
Kind of doohickey and this.
And that thingamajig. But it says.
Technical terms.
It says Marcus Brothers of Miami, made in Japan. And it is like this straw kind of thing.
Straw.
And there's the tag. But this is, 1950s, maybe early 1960s.
Is it really that old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it has like the original, there's like tissue paper that.
Oh, it's all yellowed? That's really old.
Yeah, it has old tissue paper in here. Like it was in someone's closet and they never used it. So it's a cool vintage little handbag. So some of those vintage bags sell really well, and I sell them to people. Like the last one I sold was a red patent leather bag.
Mm-hmm.
They went for $65, and it went out to California.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Rats, bats, and black cats.
Rats, bats, and black cats. This was $1.50 with the half off, and it's Anthropology. And it still has the original tag. It's like a tank top. So, spring and summer are coming up. This is a nice ladies tank
Sunday.
top, new with tag. And this one, this one's really cool because, why is there stuff stuck to it?
Why not? That's an old tag.
Stickers.
That's probably thrown away from some others. Looks like Goodwill stickers on it.
Yeah, it had old stickers on it. Oh, where's the label?
Magic Macabre Mirror, Magic Macabre Mirror. Tell me, who be here?
Oh, it's not that time yet.
I know.
We'll wait till next
A little
Friday.
ahead of myself.
It was half of $9.49, so it was like $5. Peter O. Mailer, and it says made in Germany. It's like a lady's. I don't know if it's a dress or like a really long shirt, but It's really nice fabric, and it's like some designer brand. Some of those Peter O. Mayer, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
Mahler.
Mahler, M-A-H.
You're like, it's not Ira. Peter O'Malley. No, it's Peter O. Mahler.
Peter O. Mahler.
Mahler.
Made
It's
in
German.
Germany.
It's German.
And some of those pieces online are like $100 or more. It looks like that's where the original tag used to
Oh
be.
my, Swift tag.
So this may not have even been worn.
It may not have. This is kind of 80s fashion-y. How old is this thing?
It doesn't look that old.
Reminds me of 80s stuff. Like Robert Palmer's singers would wear that.
Yeah, but it's like a little
The
mini
lights are
dress.
on.
Like a
You're
tunic.
not home.
Maybe it is a dress. Maybe like a
You're
tunic type
mine.
of thing, but it's sleeveless.
It's not your own. Your
So,
heart
I think that's the really big one right here. That's going to bring me, hopefully, a sale. So that's all I found, really. I was being kind of choosy.
That's okay. I got a bag of stuff here.
A bag of something.
Yeah, I think I did. I had some fun. So let's start with a couple of some media. Look, I got this is on Ella Fitzgerald Live. Okay, it's a cassette, but it's Ampex cassette tape. How cool is that in the original Ampex case? There's some stuff on there. I haven't found this one necessarily, but it's called out on eBay. Like some people post these things that say original Ampex cassette tape in the Ampex case. So if maybe I don't know. I don't know. I paid 50 cents for the thing, so whatever. Couple of fun VHSs that I don't know if I'll keep for myself because they're not really worth anything. But Under the Cherry Moon, the Prince movie. Remember this thing? Have you seen this?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's a
I
crazy
watched that
movie.
with you.
And then the Picture of Dorian Gray. Look at that, a classic, right?
Nice.
Pretty cool. Anyway, that's fun.
Retro tapes.
That I found. Well, let's stay with the media if I'm going to do media. And then keep on with the theme. Some weird, I don't know. This is like electronic dance group. This one actually goes for about $15. Kudu. Never heard of them, but
Yeah, I don't know.
it looks interesting. It looks like, and then this thing called Wilson Standing on the Reel. I looked this up. I can't find anything on it right away. I think it's like a CD baby, like a homemade type of CD thing, or like a thing you just order real quick. But I did look up some of the music on YouTube, and I liked it, so I might just keep it one for myself. It's kind of rappy stuff.
What's
and then
that one?
this guy called Chromeo, fancier footwear. Look at this thing. It's a sealed
They're like
CD.
guys with ladies' legs.
Well, underneath the keyboard, yeah, but it's like the keyboard. That's the keyboard stand of the legs.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, and this
Okay.
one featured from Vice magazine, but this one actually goes for about $20, I think, ish.
Now,
All right,
how much were the CDs there? Like $1?
$1. Yeah, they're half
Okay.
off. So bought this. You pointed this out, and I picked it up because it really is a vintage, old bag of Legos. And I think I say it's old because I remember this as a kid. This little sort of gear in there, and that's well, thank you. I think they're talking to me. Sexy. Yeah, well, thank you. But yeah, this is an old bag of Legos, and people do collect these things, and it was $1.50 or $2, so why not? You know, we'll see how I do on that. I started out a little kind of slow there because everything was picked through. I felt like, man, we missed everything, anything good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, well, why bother looking? Because it's all picked through. But I took a deep breath and kind of looked around a little bit, and then stuff started materializing. You found that tiki that was hanging up there the whole time. Nobody found that.
Yeah.
So you started digging.
So that was a good find.
Stud muffin. All right, so this is a weird. You know, This is a good example. Whenever you'll hear us talk about, well, sometimes mention.
You two are amazing. I recently discovered your channel through the recent second Oscars Awards. Oh, thank you.
Coolio.
Thank you. And check out our live show on Fridays. We're The Mummy and the Monkey on Facebook, and we do a Friday night horror-hosted show. Hi, Swamp Picker.
Hey, Swampy.
Happy Monday.
So here's a good example. When we mentioned, like, when we go out, there will be things that I'll pick up, that she'll pick up that I would never pick up, or be like, what are you picking up?
Or vice versa. Like, he'll
vice
find
versa.
things, and I'm like, well, why did you pick that out?
Perfect example, but and I don't think it's anything, but who knows? But it was so odd, I wanted to, and it was only $1.50. But look at this thing. This is a snow globe, but it's not a globe. I don't know what this shape is.
Hexagonal?
What day do we think is the best day to go thrifting? Well, actually, if there's a thrift store that has a half off, and we learned this from another thrifter, if there's a half off day coming up, one of the better days to go the day before that, because they stock everything up. Right?
You'll have to pay full price, but you'll get first dibs on everything,
And
and
the
there's
cream.
more of a selection and less of a crowd.
We went there one because Savers does there's half offs of everything on Monday, so we went there on a Sunday. There was a lot of stuff. It wasn't hard to find stuff at all. And one thing I picked up this thing. It was called an ISOBot, ISO bot, and it was this little cool robot that you could program. Didn't have the remote with it, but this thing, when you move it and touch it, it was making those little gear sounds like the little servos. It's really neat. But I pay like maybe $3 for it, and I sold it in a few days for like $80.
That's awesome.
Someone in France bought it. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it was like that was totally worth it. That paid for that haul 10 times, 4 times. I know he spent $20 that day, but yeah, I don't know. I picked this up. This is something that you wouldn't have picked up.
No, I would have just left that on the shelf.
But it's so bizarre that I think it could be something.
Where do thrift stores get their stuff?
Now,
says John. Well, a lot of the major thrift stores like Goodwill, Savers, Salvation Army, Value Village, it's all donated.
It's always been that way.
It's all donated stuff they get pretty much for free.
Yeah, yeah.
And then people that resell or people that are just looking to save some money, they're on a limited income. Yeah,
that's how it used to be set
it.
up. I mean, thrift stores. I remember when I was a kid.
Thrift stores used to be more about charity, and everything was really cheap.
Multifaceted snow globe.
I've
never seen one. It's just bizarre to me. I'm just gonna take a chance for $1.50. But yeah, so the whole premise of a thrift store was for people that couldn't afford, regularly priced clothing, household goods, whatever, toys. And the person donating them would get some sort of a write-off, right? You get a tax write-off. And then they sell this stuff for almost nothing. Because I remember when shirts, I mean, it wasn't because of inflation or anything at the times. Stuff was just cheap.
Stuff was way cheap.
A fourth cheaper than retail.
When I was a kid and my mom would take us to the thrift stores, everything was dirt cheap. Where you would get like 2 or 3, you'd get a whole wardrobe of clothes for like $20.
So how great would it have been if you were in that sweet spot?
What we know now.
Oh, there was a sweet spot for sure. You don't know. There were tons of resellers and stuff back. That's always existed. That were like, oh my god, look at all this stuff. It's like a quarter, and they would go buy it. And these people had to have been buying antiques that were almost 100 years old, 30 years ago for nothing because no one knew. Nobody. Thrift stores didn't know. Antique stores have always known.
Yeah.
But when these thrift stores would get stuff donated, they had no clue. There was no eBay. There was no Antiques Roadshow. There was none of that. Now it's a competitive thing. There's stuff that might be $1 or $2 cheaper than retail in thrift stores because they know they can look it up.
Well, and here's the thing I've noticed, and another an awesome YouTuber pointed it out, the Crazy Lamp Lady.
Oh yeah.
She pointed out that a lot of the thrift stores will price things by what the eBay listings are,
and not
rather than what the solds are.
Right.
Because you could ask for a really high dollar amount for something, but what does it actually sell for?
Look, even if it's $1, we looked it up. It's worth $1.
And
it says $1.
And then you have to watch because it's based on condition too. So there's some thrift stores that will put a beat up pair of Nike shoes that should be thrown away because they're falling apart for $20.
Because that's what it said they were going for, or what it was listed for.
Right, but then
and not what it sold for.
But then they'll price, like a really hard to find collectible teapot for just a couple bucks, and then you could sell it for like 80.
So now we call it shopping for what they don't know.
It's finding what they don't know because no one knows everything, and there's always going to be something you can find
that slips through the cracks. And I hope I found some of that today. So I'll finish up my stuff real quick. So I bought these two. I have no idea what this guy's from. I think it's marked Hasbro and something else on the back. But this fella, I have no clue. Drew Carey, he bought a suit when he went to Hollywood to sell his show in a thrift store.
In a thrift store.
So this guy, he's all beat up. He looks like a badass. I don't know who he is, but I'm gonna find out. These are only $2.50. And then this is a kid on the block. I think it's rat tail. I think it's Donnie. Look at that rat tail, baby.
That is so 1989.
He almost looks like Billy Ray Cyrus.
1990.
I don't know. I don't think it's Billy Ray.
That stupid outfit he's wearing.
Whoa. Right stuff.
Normally, I'm the one that's buying dolls.
But he's got his boots. The uniform is filthy. I don't know why he's dressed like Sergeant Pepper, or I don't know. I have no idea. But it's 1990. It's a New Kids on the Block doll, but I don't know which one or what. Anything I looked up real quick on eBay, I couldn't find anything that looked like him. Here is this cool thing. This was weird because it's not chipped or broken at all, really. Just the bottom's a little scuffed up. But look, it's like this vase. It's got some ink and...
Is that Incan or Maya?
He's like, where's my pants? I'll slap you. Please forgive me. I didn't, the dry cleaning's not done, but I need my pants. Where is they? Don't make me slap you. Don't slap me, please. I don't know what's going on there in Inca Town. But this was only $2.50. So it's clean. It's like a little terracotta vase. I don't know. But for $2.50, it's, I don't know.
I was guessing maybe a big vase, maybe an umbrella holder because it's kind of tall.
Yeah, but it's not chipped up. Why would they only charge $5 for this? And then at $2.50 after that, I don't know. Pretty neat.
Haha.
I think they like my little show there.
They do. They like your little voices.
I don't know that I forget this mole's name, but I remember seeing this cartoon as a kid on like PBS or something. It popped up one day, and I even taped it on the tape recorder I had at the time because it didn't talk, but it made little funny noises. But it's from, I think it's a Denmark cartoon. It's like that little mole guy there. But this is a puzzle, and I think all the pieces are there. I'm gonna have to put it together. It's only about 20 pieces in here, but it's just really weird. And it's like this is a popular character. I believe it's Denmark.
Ravensburger?
Yeah.
Does it say made somewhere?
I don't know. Careful, it's open.
Okay.
But I just took a chance. It was only $1, so why not?
Made in Czech Republic.
Oh, it's Czechoslovakian, matter of fact.
1992, Ravensburger.
Yeah. Oh, 92. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
It's
little.
retro.
I looked it up one time. This little mole was like almost like the Mickey Mouse of Czechoslovakia. So I'll have to look and see.
So it's not Danish.
No, I always everything for me is Danish. Found a sealed Stearman PT-17. Wow, sealed.
What is that, a model kit?
Model kit. Yeah, it's a little. The box is a little crunched up, but you know.
All the pieces are
I don't-
there.
Yeah, all the
sealed.
pieces right. You know, it's sealed. They go for about $20. So in this condition, maybe 15. I only paid $2.50 for it. So it'll be, you know, and they're selling too. I mean, it looks like they sold quite a few. I think they're selling okay. And I think the last thing I'm going to show here is the best thing I found.
He saved the best for last.
And this is the second one I found. This one is a different kind, but it's and it's weird because when I walked back by the games for the second time, and this was like maybe about 4:30 in the afternoon, you would think again my mind everything's picked over, but this was sitting there. I'm like, how could this still be there?
I think some people are afraid of
I
Ouija
think
boards.
a lot of people
and
are
they
afraid
they
of Ouija
won't
boards.
want to buy them.
But I'm like, really?
I think they're really cool.
You could flip this thing so quick for like 15, 20 bucks.
What year is this one from?
I don't know.
It looks older.
Maybe 70 something, right?
I'm thinking 80s.
Yeah, maybe. Is there a date on these things?
Is there a date on the box?
I'm not seeing one right now. Did this in? Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo, 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 boo. It's got
1992.
So maybe.
So
yeah.
it's from 1992, but it looks older.
It's neat. It's the older version, you know, the older brand. But
So it's cool.
so how am I not gonna pick up? I mean, come on, look. There's one behind us now, ain't there?
Yeah, we have. Looks
That's-
full size. You know they shrunk
yeah, they
them.
did, they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a full size one from '92, and that's a long time ago to some people. If you're 20 years old, 1992, it was a long time ago.
That was before I was. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we see some of these, and it's no offense to them. I think it's funny, but yeah, there's some resellers that we watch that are probably in their mid-20s that think 1990 was like forever ago.
My mom made me burn mine. Yeah, some people are really superstitious. I mean, it's made by a toy company called Parker Brothers. So I mean,
Evil's sold separately.
yeah, I mean, so
Yeah,
it's a toy company that
everyone
made
throws them
it.
away. I have not had a problem with these things. I don't even know what. I don't even know.
We don't really mess with them, and I just think they're cool display pieces. So
I'll tell you what. If we ever did and it moved on its own somehow, that I would be effing freaked out.
right,
But
right.
I don't believe that that's what happened.
We've never encountered anything weird selling Ouija boards, and we've sold many Ouija boards.
Yes.
And they are popular. People look for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. Oh, my sister threw mine out.
Everyone throws them out, burns them.
Everyone throws them out or burns them.
You know, when we have them in the shop, sometimes people do get. I don't want that. Then you're not bringing that home. You're not bringing that in my house.
Yeah, some people get scared.
Like, why not just? What if if I drew all this stuff on the table and you know, what's the difference? It's just a board. There's nothing in the board.
No, it's just a game. It's just a toy.
I don't know. It's all in here.
Yeah, it's all in your head, guys.
Yeah.
But thank you for hanging out with us.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap
things up.
We went over an hour.
Ooh, uh-oh.
We're at like an hour and 15.
But we had fun, right? We had
but
fun,
it's
right?
fun. We like talking to you. The time goes by so fast.
Love it, baby, love it.
But yeah, remember to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Click the little bell for notifications. That way, anytime we do this or upload a video, you'll be the first to know about it.
It's a gateway to the demon world. Let me kill it with Christmas.
Thank you, Swamp Picker. And I guess as Janet Decay would say, good night, good fright, and we will see you guys this Friday night at 10 on the Mummy and the Monkeys Facebook fan page.
All right, guys, have a good night, and we'll see you next time on
Living the Scream!
Woohoo!